Okay, so this is all just pigmentation and acne scarring. Even my neck, what is happening?
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty Within. So a lot of the problems that I personally struggled with is acne. And acne is just one of the most annoying things that can happen to anybody because it's really confusing why it's happening, what products to use, what these products even do. If you saw me 1 or 2 months before, it would have been more like a crocodile texture skin. And it was only a few affordable products that I picked up that really helped change the game. So today in this video, what I'm gonna do is actually break down a lot of the treatments and a lot of the ingredients that are used in a lot of acne related products and tell you what you actually need to help treat whatever acne problem it is that you have. Before we jump into the video, make sure you're subscribed to Beauty Within so you're up to date. And also shout out to Audible for sponsoring this video. We have a unique link that you guys can visit, audible.com/beautywithin, and you get a free 30-day trial for podcasts, for books that you want to read. So I'll mention a little bit more about that later in the video, but first let's just jump into why we get acne. So first of all, I want you to ask yourself, are you breaking out in the lower region of your face? So from like this nose area down, so the cheeks, around the mouth, even along the neck, and just like on the jawline. That's where I get it most. So that's telltale sign number 1 that it might be hormonal. And then looking actually at the pimple itself, is it cystic? Is it just little bumps? You know, are they painful? Are they blood clots? Like this all sounds really disgusting, but it actually tells you a lot about what type of acne you could be dealing with, and therefore you can get the right products to deal with it. So if you answered yes for it's around the same time every month, it's in the lower region of your face, and they're kind of like just your average pimple, then you're probably struggling with hormonal acne. Today, that's what I'm gonna talk about with you. Okay, so starting from inside the body, our body naturally produces estrogen as well as testosterone, which is more commonly known in men, but we also have it as well. But it's just that we produce less of it as women, hopefully. I have a mustache, it's okay. And normally our body naturally just balances these hormones and keeps it at an even level. But when it comes to that time of the month, there's extra testosterone actually being made in our body. And then that's when the body tries to like compensate and deal with it. And sometimes it can't. And then that's what produces the pimples. Yay! So essentially it's just when your body is put off balance. So because of this excess testosterone, the body still has to let those hormones like flow somewhere. And a lot of the time it is through the skin, because our skin has these receptors that store almost the testosterone. It's actually called androgen. That's when it starts like creating more oils, and then your pores are enlarged. So it's like from the inside, the imbalances as well as external factors. And then yeah, it just becomes like hell, right? So it's also important to know that testosterone travels through the bloodstream, and the more of it that's in there, your skin will produce more oil. That's why sometimes you get like acne, that increases the sebum, that clogs the pores, and therefore you get pimples. Hope that makes sense. And this is obviously even worse if you have naturally oily skin, because it's like oil on oil and extra oil. So it's just a big hot mess. It's like a pizza on your face. Pepperonis. Okay, so knowing that now, I wanna share with you guys the 2 or 3 ingredients that are really important to look out for when you're trying to buy products to help solve this. The first one is AHA, alpha hydroxy acid, and the second one is beta hydroxy acid. These acids and exfoliants are actually really popular in a lot of skincare. So how it works is that your skin has a lot of dead skin on the top. And sometimes when you don't wash your face enough, if you don't exfoliate, the skin just dies there, and then it seeps into the pores, and then your pores get clogged, and then that's when a breakout occurs. But the AHA and BHA exfoliant acid actually helps to unstick these dead skin cells so that it can shed off your face. So just think of Fantastic Four the rock dude. You know what I'm talking about? Imagine your skin is all scaly and dry and underneath is like a baby's butt just waiting to be revealed. So the AHA and BHA actually helps to reveal that fresher, younger looking skin. So if you've heard of glycolic acid, lactic acid, or even mandelic acid, all of these are actually AHAs. And also AHA is normally preferred with normal to drier skin types. Okay, so moving on to BHA, and an example of BHA is salicylic acid, which is probably something that you've all heard of if you struggle with breakouts and pimples and things like that. If you think that your skin has enlarged pores, it has those tiny little bumps that aren't pimples but isn't a rash either. BHA is kind of like a well-rounded ingredient that will help to shed the skin from the surface and is water soluble. So that means people with oilier combination skin tones will prefer maybe a BHA. I brought my little bag here of the products that have really saved my life, and I'm gonna share these with you. The first product is this cleanser, and it's from a brand called Krave, and the person who started it was actually a YouTuber as well. She's Korean and she's worked in a lot of skincare, like works with a lot of skincare. So this cleanser helps your skin arrive at the pH balance of 5 to 6. So that's a really healthy, hydrated, not too acidic, not too dry level. It's got matcha, hemp seeds, oats, almonds, vitamin B5. So yeah, I use this every day. Like I wipe off of my makeup with a cleansing oil and then I go in and clean it with this, which is like the double cleansing method. It's really important that when you pick a cleanser, it's not stripping all the oils off your face. Start with a comfortable cleanser like this one from Crave. For a toner, I discovered this one from The Ordinary. The Ordinary has a lot of these toners and serums, and it's a little bit confusing because they all have these like really kind of scientific percentages of these acids, which is why I'm trying to explain what they actually mean. So this has 10% lactic acid, which is an AHA. I had this kind of disgusting planet universe of cystic acne as well as like little ones, and they just kept popping up. But this really helped to soothe it, and it has 2% hyaluronic acid. And hyaluronic acid is a naturally occurring chemical in your skin that holds moisture. This little thing was only like $10. Still with me? So this is the TLC Glycolic Night Serum, and this has AHA and BHA in it. So they work in combination and really helps to neutralize your skin from within. And it doesn't burn, it's really good for sensitive skin. It's a serum. And it helps to like refine and retexturize the skin as well. So if you're feeling really scaly, this has been awesome, and I think it's actually changed my life. This little one is just the travel size that you get at Sephora at, you know, the aisle of doom at the end. Okay, so the next step is this Murad blemish clearing solution, and this is like a really light gel moisturizer. I use it in between the serum and the moisturizer because it is so light. This has been a lifesaver. The active ingredient is salicylic acid. It's only got like 0.5, so it's not heavily medicated, but you can wear this all over the face, so you don't really have to worry about it being like overpowering, and especially for you guys with sensitive skin. And it really reduced the amount of inflammation all over my face when I used it. I think it was within the next 2 days after using this in combination with the next moisturizer I'm gonna tell you, over 1 week, like everything was gone. I cannot be more thankful to Murad. So yeah, check this one out. My last step is the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions, and this is the all-over clearing treatment. And the reason I use this one last in conjunction with the Murad is because this Clinique anti-blemish solution actually has 2.5% benzoyl peroxide, which is a really strong ingredient for acne, but it's in a very little dosage. And I was really surprised that it didn't smell really scary, you know, like acid, but it was also very lightweight, but it's just a teeny little bit stronger than the Murad. So I think you could pick either or. If your skin is a little bit more sensitive, maybe try Murad and then finish with another moisturizer. Otherwise, if your skin is pretty normal, you're just trying to fight hormonal acne, I would actually suggest this one because I think it is a little bit more effective. This one also helps to control excess oil. I would use all of these at nighttime. So these are like the 4 products that I cannot thank enough. You don't understand how bad my face was. It was like bumpy from the inside. It was like cystic. It was it was just disgusting. And anything I tried to cover over it with didn't work. Any, you know, like the drying lotion, Kate Somerville has a drying lotion. It's pink. Nothing worked. So the difference between getting the skincare that treats it from, you know, within your skin versus those drying pimple creams is that the pimple creams will dry out your like surface skin and then it will start peeling. But these creams help flush it out almost, like just push it out. So I think you really need to like look into more targeted skincare versus just a quick solution, especially for hormonal acne. All right, so I know that was a lot to digest, lots of learning, lots of products, but I just want to go back and thank Audible for sponsoring this video. So we have a unique link for you that will give a free audiobook and a 30-day free trial. And for those of you who don't know what Audible is, it's pretty much a website and an app that lets you read books, listen to podcasts. It has a bunch of other entertainment. You can browse their huge array of audiobooks as well as podcasts. That's something that I do, you know, just listening on the train in New York City to pass time. It's kind of comforting to listen to someone read a book for you. My favorite books on, you know, like self-development, self-esteem, confidence, or just like, you know, positivity. I read Big Magic. That's one of my favorites. It's on like creativity and also Solve for Happy, which I'm still trying to get through. I'm in love with it. You know, it's all about personal development and, you know, just understanding life. And if you guys are interested in things like that, I would highly recommend. So when you go to the link, or you can just text Beauty Within to 500-500, you'll get a free audiobook as well as a 30-day free membership trial. So no strings attached. All the details are in the description. Apart from that, that's all I have to share today. Let me know if you guys have any other questions or if you're confused about anything that I mentioned in this video. I know it's a lot to take in, but really understanding why things are happening on your face and your body will really help you go out and buy products to really target that problem and, you know, not waste your money on things that you don't actually need. Make sure you click subscribe and see you in the next video. Ding, 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 ding.